Milo Yiannopoulos. This guy's name has become somewhat of legend in just 24 hours. If that was the intention, you did a good job. Many people didn't know who Milo Yiannopoulos was. To coin a phrase from my friend, the late, great Patrice O'Neal, Zach Galifianakis was the last messed up name I wanted to have to learn. I didn't want to learn Yiannopoulos' name. And I'm pretty sure he didn't want to learn mine. Check this out, guys. Here's the thing, man. I'm watching, I'm reading. I'm like trying to get into the bottom of this and trying to understand where everybody's coming from. And what I'm seeing is this. And this is just me, okay? Milo didn't invite himself to that school to speak. He was invited by people who paid tuition at that school to speak. Now, if those people wanted him to come to that campus, he had every right to be there. I know that's not going to go over well with people out there. That's okay. We can disagree. See how that works? Everybody don't have to agree. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was this guy Milo inciting violence with his rhetoric? Was he telling people to go lay hands on other people? Was he saying that, people were subhuman or something to that extent? I don't know. These are questions. I wasn't there. I don't consume the guy's content. What I did read of his was something about ending abortion, that extreme radicalized Islam is harmful, dangerous, and some other stuff. And I admit that may have been some watered down stuff he said. But look, guys, we live in a free speech world. I would be a hypocrite to say something's wrong with somebody having free speech. Look at me. I use free speech all the time, don't I? I don't want anyone telling me what to say and what not to say. I noticed that my friend H.A. Goodman made a video earlier talking about Milo and saying how people should have debated him, not protested him. I agree with H.A. Goodman on that. All we succeeded in doing, when I put myself with you, I don't know why, but all you succeeded in doing is making this guy a household name. I'm pretty sure Milo's somewhere right now smoking a fatty, laughing his ass off. That's what he's doing. That's what you gave him. You gave him free publicity and made him famous, or more famous, or infamous, which is probably all he was seeking to begin with, to get his opinions out there, to be a provocateur. He's done a good job of it, and you played right into his hands. Listen, you don't have to agree with him. You don't, and you may detest what he's doing. But whatever happened to countering his arguments? Whatever happened to the next week or next day after he leaves, you bring a speaker you want there to do the same thing, but the reverse. To speak on issues you want spoken on, or to convey the point of view that you support. Because that's really all we're talking about is points of view. Once again, I don't think this guy's calling for violence. If he is, he should be locked up. But throwing stuff at the police because this guy was hired to come speak there, that don't make sense to me. I understand when riots happen, when people feel like they are being attacked, when someone dies or when someone is murdered or when the water's been poisoned or when the land's been taken or something like that. But we're talking about one dude who was asked to come speak. Now, I know mainstream media, corporate media is going to play this a certain way to make it look like someone agrees with, most of America agrees with this stuff. And you know what? I don't care what most of America agrees with or disagrees with. But I'm going to tell you this. This is what I know. A lot of people disagree with the protests because it doesn't make much sense. Look, if you're concerned that this guy's going to come on your campus and say a bunch of negative stuff about transgenders, right? Or Muslims, or feminists, right? Because what he's going to do is rile up people that feel that way. Guess what? Those people already felt that way. Unless you're telling me he's inciting violence. It's just a point of view that you disagree with. Counter it. Hit back. And I've been saying this for a long time. This is why I am no longer like sitting on any type of side on any type of argument other than my own side. I fight for what I believe in. I don't do what people tell me to do. I don't just give my platform to everybody, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't entirely agree with anyone. I just don't. I'm a human being. Sometimes I feel this way. Sometimes I feel that way. Depends on what the issue is. But on free speech, I have to come down on the side of free speech, even if I don't like the free speech. It's sort of like me not agreeing with the death penalty. You know, the death penalty, same thing. You know, I can't stand with Dylann Roof dead, but I cannot agree with the death penalty because I know how it's used. And that's just the way I am built. Though it pains me to say Dylann Roof deserves to live, because I'm not qualified to take his life. Not unless he threatens mine. You understand? Or someone I love. Like my babies. But you get my point, right? So the same thing goes with free speech. If I can say a killer should not be put to death because our system's so backwards, can't get it right, and scores of poor people, particularly black people, get put to death when counterparts who do the same crime, who have a different color skin or different socio-economic level, don't get put to death, I can't co-sign the death penalty. Well, just because it's inconvenient doesn't mean I don't stand up for my principles. And just because it's inconvenient to talk to people who are mostly consider themselves liberal, progressive, or whatever, knowing I might get some backlash for it, doesn't mean I don't speak the truth about how I feel. You must be consistent. So you don't like what he's saying? I get it. I respect that. Don't go. Invite your own guest. And stop inviting guests that are the same tame type speakers that you're used to inviting. You know? Man, there's a lot of people that would speak at your college campus or at your auditorium or at your event or at whatever. But man, no one wants to be totally rigid or have to speak within a little tiny box and then be shut down if they go outside that box, or be attacked or being called racist or being called a misogynist or whatever. You know, I know some pretty out-of-the-box thinkers. I know some real truth speakers like Jimmy Dore, Lee Camp. I include myself in that group. Man, we want to be able to say what we feel. And if I got the guts to say how I feel, then you should support that, whether you agree or disagree, because at least I got the guts to say it. When we go back to thought policing and politically correcting and just being forming Voltron against anyone we disagree with, what we got left? So I wasn't at the Berkeley University. I don't know exactly what happened. I know that there's an organization I was told about who sends people to these events. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but they're saying these people come to these events and they start drama. They provoke, they cause damage. They do these things to amplify situations. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm telling you what I was told when I was doing some background on this, because I asked the community, I asked people, what is this? Please explain to me what's going on. And I got a number of different comments, and that comment was pushed to the top by people who liked it and said that was right. What's going on? We got people provoking situations, making these protests turn crazy and ugly. And if that's true, we need to call those people out. We need to put them on trial for that. Once again, man, if you're on a campus or if you're in an audience and you feel threatened, get up and walk out. Then counter that. Counter it. I say we need to fight back against anything we dislike, anything we don't want. We can fight back, but we can do it in our own way. We can do it the same way. We can have our own speeches, our own rallies. You can invite your own speakers to your campus and have them tell the other side of the story. And I think that's how you do it. But when you shut a guy down, or a woman down for having a different opinion, you make them look like a victim. Then you make them look like a martyr. Then you do what you did with Milo, and you make them famous. I tell people all the time, if you disagree with me, do me a favor. Don't type it. Say it in a microphone. Say it in a video. Fine. But don't pretend you my friend after you do it. Just do that, because that helps. See, here's what we do in America that really pisses me off. We talk more about what we hate than we talk about what we love. Someone like Milo gets huge because everyone's complaining about him. But people you like Kyle Kalinske, Jimmy Dore, Tim Black, H.A. Goodman, Lee Camp. I could keep going. These people don't get play. Why? Because you like them. So you don't keep reverbing or echoing their names throughout the internet. But see, that's how Milo wins. I'm not saying he shouldn't win. He put his head out there, he put his neck on the line. He's willing to be bashed and chased off or whatever. Well, then, heck, he's paying the price. My point is real simple. I'm not saying I agree with him. I don't consume his stuff. You know me, I'm a workaholic. I work on my stuff. I don't have time to go around reading and watching everything everyone else does. Heck, I don't have time to watch my friend's stuff. I don't watch all of my guy H.A. Goodman stuff or Lee Camp stuff or Jimmy Dore stuff. I just don't have the time. So don't say Tim supports Milo, because I don't watch this stuff. But I do support free speech, and I can say that regardless to listen to his stuff or not. That's just how I am. And to do anything other for me would be hypocritical, because I am a speaker. Now for you, if you say you stand for freedom of speech, you got to stand for his too, even if you don't like it. But then you can use your free speech to counter it. Use your free speech. Use your invitational ability, your ability to invite whoever you want on your platform to tell your side of the story, or you grab a mic. This is the information age. We shouldn't be complaining about what other people say. We should be louder. My hashtag, stand tall, stay strong. That's my hashtag. That's what don't let nobody take your cornbread is about. Fight back. But we don't have to throw. We don't have to rally. All we got to do is speak. Speak, because that's all he's doing. He's speaking. We can speak right there too. And we can speak on the next one. So I want to see more discussion. I want to see more countering. I want to see more debates. That's what I want to see, because what they're doing right now is they're using this. Do you know Milo Yiannopoulos and the Breitbart that they got new t-shirts out already. It didn't even take them 24 hours. They got t-shirts. They're making thousands of dollars right now off of what you did last night. You know how hard it is for me to sell 10 t-shirts? Guess I'm not confrontational enough. Guess I'm not pissing enough people off. But this guy, that website right now, they have a free speech is burning t-shirt right now because of last night. And you know what? I bet you it's selling like hotcakes. See, it has the reverse effect. You're not stopping this guy. You're not stopping people like him. And other people are watching what you're doing for this guy. And you know what? They're doing the same thing now. You're going to have a bunch of mini Milos running around doing the same thing. Because what you resist the most gets the most play. And until we start amplifying what we love, what we admire, we're going to have this all the time. We're going to have people who see the path of least resistance is to make you dislike them. To make you more than dislike them, can't stand them, detest them. So you say, hey, did you hear this guy? He's horrible. And then they listen. And then they tell the next person. They're having a field day on this right now, guys. That's all I'm saying. I support free speech. I don't support this guy. I don't know this guy. I don't vouch for nobody or anyone I don't know. But I vouch for truth. I vouch for truth. I vouch for us being able to say whatever we want. Unless we're inciting violence. Unless we're calling for people to be violent. The same thing, right? So that's how I feel about it. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Tim Black. Support me like you support Milo. You know, blow this up. If you hate it, say you hate it, and then go make a video. You know, or if you love it, say you love it. Don't be the guy who's always like, well, I won't say nothing until I'm upset. Someone typed me that yesterday. They said, I love what you're talking about, Tim. I'll comment again on your stuff when I don't agree. That's exactly what he told me. And that's the predominant thought process of the average person. The average Joe, Jane, or Juanita, right? Or whatever, Jose, Jennifer, whoever, the average thought process is, I won't say nothing until I'm pissed off. When they like what you do, they just do like this. All right, I'm dragging this on, man. This has been a brief Coffee with Tim Black, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to my man Lee Kemp for having me on Redacted tonight, RT America. Thank you so much for having me there, man. I heard it aired. I was busy doing a live stream on Facebook. I didn't even know I was on the air, man. Thank you so much for that, brother. I appreciate y'all for having my back. You know what it is. It's Keeping It Real with Tim Black. Get yourself some coffee. Go to timblacktv.com. Pick up a shirt. I don't have any Free Speech is Burning t-shirts, but I got some Don't You Let Nobody Take Your Cornbread. Peace.
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.